Hi everyone, so I went to the largest toy event in the UK, which is Sandown Toy Fair. This place is humongous. There's like 3 different massive halls, and then there's all these hidden rooms as well, just scattered around. I was on the hunt to find some Barbies, obviously, and Bratz dolls, and I was hoping to find some witch dolls, but I didn't find any, unfortunately. This was mostly vintage Barbies, action figures. It was a massive amount of action figures, like 80% was action figures, which I'm still interested to see. But yeah, I took as many videos as I could. Some of them are quite short, but I just hope you enjoy the stuff that I saw. I loved that Paddington Bear, and this Power Rangers doll was quite cool as well. I quite liked her. It was interesting. It was so cool to see all this stuff, and the great thing is to be around so many other collectors as well, because you just feel really at home because you're all looking for similar stuff and you get excited over things. So here I found Miko. This is, I thought it was Kira, but it's actually Island Fun Miko, and I did end up buying her. I was gonna leave her and then I walked off and I'll say, oh, I'll come back, but then I was just like, no, I have to buy her. She was only £10, which was about $12, and she's great. She's got Kaneka hair, super long Kaneka hair, and I'm gonna do a restyle on her and fix her up. There was a lot of Monster High dolls as well. This was a really good store. They had a lot of Bratz dolls. I really wanted to buy her because I had the box, but I don't have the doll, but it was £70. I'm not gonna spend that much. Oh, that Bratz head was only £10, so I was so tempted to buy her. The guy took all the dolls down for me to have a look, but there wasn't really anything I was interested in. But it was still great to see. And these were decently priced as well. I loved seeing all the Monster High dolls everywhere. It was really cool. I don't collect Monster High dolls just because of the gel leaks in or the glue leak in the hair. I'm not gonna deal with that. But I like seeing them. These were cute little brats. So this robot store, my partner ended up buying some of those robots. They were so expensive, but he liked them. There was a lot of video game stores as well, which was cool. I'm a bit of a gamer, so I like seeing that. This store was amazing, but unfortunately these were all auction only, so you couldn't buy any of them. But I mean, the Twilight dolls were just pretty generic. I don't know why they're auction only, just sell them for like £10-15. The Catwoman was cool. And the Barbies, but yeah, some of them are just like so generic. I don't know why they were auction only. It was like, just sell them for like 60 quid or 100 quid or whatever. That's what they would probably make. But yeah, this place is amazing. I'm gonna hopefully keep going to it because it's really fun seeing all the stores. I don't collect Star Wars stuff, but I love is that Amidala? I love her, like that character. So I love seeing it. And Princess Leia as well. And there was a lot of vintage Simpsons figures as well, which was cool. And vintage Disney. This is super vintage Disney, so like really, really old. And there was Buffy and Twilight stuff, which was fun. There was also some Sky Dancers, but they were selling them for £40 each, which I thought was quite expensive, but I don't collect those, so I don't know what's normal price. There was the RuPaul's Monster High doll, and then there's like James Bond girl figures. James Bond. I don't know. They were interesting. I love seeing all these vintage action figures from like the 80s and 90s, way before my time, but I like seeing it because it's interesting. And I like that She-Ra figure as well. I love female protagonist characters like Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is my favourite. I love Tomb Raider. So I love seeing figures of her. I have a Tomb Raider collection as well. More action figures. Action figures were like decently priced, £12, £15. I think these are more modern, so I don't know like the rarity of them, but I like seeing them. I grew up and I had a few, when I was growing up I had like some action figures and stuff. I used to love them. Crash Bandicoot figure I thought was really cool. And I really loved that My Little Pony, which I don't collect My Little Pony, but I love seeing them. So I'm back at this stall again because they had so many My Little Ponies. So I just wanted to have a look at them. But the prices are just like expensive for me. Like I'm not going to spend 10 to 15 pounds on the pony dolls just because I don't collect them. But I like them. I would like to have like maybe 1 or 2 in my collection because they're very, you know, 80s. I like that. And then there's more action figures. And there was a lot of Japanese stuff as well, which I really loved to see. Like animes, you know, Studio Ghibli and Zelda stuff. This was another room that I think a lot of people don't know about this room. It's hidden in the back and it's so easy to walk past it. But when you go in there, it's massive and they have so much stuff. And a lot of Star Wars figures. These Star Wars figures, they're so old, right? And they sell them quite cheap and they're all like pristine in box. I thought they would be worth so much. I had that figure down there in the box and it was they were selling it for £100, which is so expensive. I used to have that when I was a kid and I remember it very vividly. I really wanted to buy her, but she was £70 again. I'm not going to spend that because I've seen her for like 20 on eBay, but she was in pretty complete condition. I really want her. That's the only Monster High doll that I really, really want. I love her. I love the face, like the face paint on her. What was it called? Face screening? It was so, yeah, the face screening is so nice, and the colour palette and her hair colour is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I was just going through the Monster High dolls just in case I saw something I liked. But yeah, I don't really collect them, but it's cool to see. This store was good. Like they had a lot of stuff. They had a lot of calico critters is what they're called in America, I think. But yeah, they had those. Yeah, they had a lot of those. They were cool. I only have one, and that's the one with the real hair. This was cool. It was only £35, which I think was pretty decent. And then there was a Bliff pet shop, My Little Pet Shop doll, which was cool. And there's this one. Obviously, we're getting the new G3 version of that doll coming out soon. And then she moves to like, you know, yeah, I think that one's probably quite rare. I don't know. I love how pristine all the boxes are of this. Some of these figures are like 40 years old. All the calico critters on that store, they had so many. There's a My Little Pony again. There's so many Funko Pops. I don't collect these as well, but they're cool to see. This was a vintage Disney store, which was, yeah, the stuff was really amazing. It was from like the 60s, I think. Vintage Disney stuff. This store was interesting. It had a lot of like cereal box toys from like the 90s. I think that's what they are. And just like minifigures. And I saw that Daphne one. I thought that was cute. But I didn't buy it. I don't know what that is for, that Daphne figure. Because she has like a hole at the back of the feet. So, I don't know. This was cool. I really like that figure. More vintage Disney stuff. These Batman figures. This one here, this Catwoman one, I wanted it so much. I didn't even ask how much it was, but it was so cool. I loved it. I probably should have just asked him how much that was, but I knew he was going to say like £20 or something, and I wouldn't have paid that much for it, but it was really cool. I love the Batman style, like that era. I think that's like 90s Batman style. It was cool. Yeah, it's with this place, it's like you have to look for the Barbies because they're always hidden in like corners or in boxes. Like this store here, all these Barbies were like completely out of sight and hidden behind so much stuff, and he was selling them for like quite a lot. That was £50, but I still like to see. By the way, if I sound tired, it's because I've been up since 7 in the morning to get ready to go to this place because it's quite far. And I've just come back, but I want to get this video up as soon as possible so you guys can see it. I need to get like a better way of filming. I have a tripod because I know the camera is a bit jerky at points. Oh, this is Mary Jane. I really love this figure. Yeah, I know the camera's jerky at points, so I'm going to try and use my tripod next time. Hopefully that helps it not be so jerky. This was... Does anyone recognise that figure? I've never... It was only £3 and I was tempted to buy it because it was cool. Like, I don't really collect action figures, but I thought she was really interesting. There was a lot of stuff in there, and the prices were really good in that little bucket. It was so good. But it's funny when you see these, you see people selling Bratz dolls and stuff, and they just assume that every single Bratz doll is really rare, and they just price them really high. Like they're usually above like £15, but they're not worth very much. I was gonna buy this. It was only £15. I was so close to buying it because I love Jessica Alba, Fantastic Four. That was so cheap, and it was, the box was like pristine. Yeah, there's me just like thinking about buying it. I'm like, should I get this? Should I get this? This is another My Little Pony store. Atlantis figures. I love Atlantis. Yeah, this era of Batman, I love it. I was tempted to buy that as well. It wasn't, I don't think the price was too bad. This Barbie looks weird to me. Like, why doesn't it say Barbie on the box? It says Mattel, but it almost looks like he reprinted the box or something. It was weird. But maybe that was just the style. She was selling that for £200. I don't know the price of how much that's supposed to be, but it was way out of my budget, but it was still interesting to see. I like seeing it. This was really cool, Matrix figures. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching, and please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Bye.